Hello there, and welcome to Modern World Dynamics, your one-stop channel for understanding the complexities of our ever-evolving world. Today, we're diving headfirst into a fascinating topic that's been making waves recently, the modern world of dating, or rather, the lack thereof. You see, a peculiar trend has surfaced in recent years. More and more men are opting to step away from the dating market, choosing solitude over partnership. Yes, you heard that right. Men are voluntarily walking away from the traditional dating scene. It's a phenomenon that's as intriguing as it is perplexing. And it's not just anecdotal evidence we're talking about here. A significant one-third of men, that's right, a whole third, are virgins. This isn't about moral or religious choices. This is about men consciously deciding to remain single, to not engage in the dating game. But why is this happening? What's driving men to choose solitude over companionship? Well, there are a few theories floating around. Some propose it's the societal pressures, the expectations placed on men to be the providers, the protectors. The stakes are high, and the game, it seems, is too fraught with challenges. Others argue it's a personal choice, a decision to focus on self-growth, personal development, or career advancement, without the distractions or obligations of a romantic relationship. After all, solitude can be a powerful catalyst for introspection and self-improvement. And then, there are those who point to the shifting gender dynamics. The traditional roles of men and women have evolved significantly over the years, leading to a re-evaluation of what it means to be in a relationship. So, we're seeing a new landscape emerge where a significant portion of men are choosing solitude over partnership. But what's behind this shift? Stay with us as we delve deeper into this intriguing phenomenon in our next segment. You don't want to miss it. Now here's a figure that might raise your eyebrows. 33% of men are virgins. Surprised? Let's delve into why this is happening. The world of dating has transformed over the years, and with it, so has the concept of virginity. One of the primary factors contributing to this unexpected statistic is the rise of online pornography. It's everywhere, and it's accessible. Some men might find it a convenient alternative to physical intimacy, eliminating the need for interaction, emotional connection, or even leaving the house. But the rabbit hole goes deeper than just a digital stand-in for intimacy. There's also the fear of rejection. It's not a new phenomenon, but in the age of social media, where every action is scrutinized and every misstep is immortalized, this fear has been amplified. It's easier to avoid the dating scene altogether than risk the sting of being turned down. And let's not forget the changing definition of masculinity. The traditional image of the macho man always ready for action is being replaced by a more nuanced understanding. Men are no longer under the pressure to lose their virginity as a rite of passage into manhood. It's now acceptable, even admirable, for a man to wait for the right person or the right time. There's an interesting story of a chap named Rob. Rob was your typical guy next door, charming, funny, and a self-proclaimed video game nerd. He had his share of crushes, but never really pursued them. The fear of rejection always held him back, and as he grew older, he found comfort in his solitude. Today, Rob is part of the 33%, and he's perfectly content with his choice. It's a brave new world we're living in, where virginity isn't quite the taboo it once was. But how does this impact our society? That's a question we'll explore in the next segment. Stay tuned, and remember, your thoughts and experiences help shape our content. So, don't forget to comment below and let us know what you think about the 33% virginity phenomenon. Before we continue, we'd appreciate it if you'd hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. Now, let's talk about how these shifts are impacting society. In an increasingly interconnected world, it's ironic that we're possibly facing an epidemic of loneliness. With more men opting out of the dating game, we're looking at a society where people might be more isolated than ever. Loneliness isn't just about feeling a bit blue. It has serious implications for mental health, which can ripple out into wider societal issues. Hey there, welcome to the thrill ride that is Modern World Dynamics. Eager to unlock the gateway to our premium exclusive content? Well, buckle up, because our membership plans are a ticket to just that. With the supporter tier, you're in for an early access party to all our videos and an exclusive invite to our lively Discord server. But wait, there's more. Elevate to the gold level and seize power with voting rights on our monthly video topics, and reserve your seat in our monthly Q&A. And why not go all in? Become a super supporter and bag all these goodies, plus full course access, priority response to your DMs. and your name shining in our video shoutouts. Your support is the fuel that drives our research engine and enables us to continue delivering top-notch content. The link to join is below. Thanks for tuning in, folks. Now let's consider the birds and the bees, or rather the lack of them. With a third of men walking away from dating, it's not a leap to suggest that we might see a dip in population growth rates. Fewer dates, fewer marriages, fewer babies. It's a simple equation. This could lead to a whole host of economic and social changes, from shrinking workforces to changing housing needs. Relationship dynamics are also shifting under this trend. Traditionally, society has placed a lot of emphasis on romantic relationships as a cornerstone of adult life. But with more men stepping back from dating, we're seeing a change in this narrative. Friendships, familial relationships, and self-fulfillment are stepping into the spotlight as key elements of a satisfying life. But it's not all doom and gloom. This shift could also lead to a re-evaluation of outdated societal pressures and norms. The expectation to find the one, settle down, and start a family might start to loosen, making room for a broader range of acceptable life paths. After all, one size doesn't fit all when it comes to happiness. However, it's crucial to remember that these changes aren't happening in a vacuum. They're part of a larger societal shift, reflecting evolving attitudes towards relationships, gender roles, and personal fulfillment. So it's clear that this trend isn't just about individual choices. It's reshaping our society as we know it. Alright, we've looked at the stats, we've considered the impact, but let's get to the heart of the matter. Why are men walking away from the dating market? In this modern era, independence is highly valued, especially among men. More and more they're realizing that they don't need to be in a relationship to be happy or fulfilled. The freedom to make their own choices, to pursue their own interests, to live life on their own terms. These are things that are increasingly drawing men away from the dating scene. But let's not forget about the fear of commitment. The idea of being tied down, of having to compromise, of having to think about someone else's needs and wants. It can be daunting. It's like being asked to jump off a cliff without knowing what awaits at the bottom. And for some, that uncertainty, that fear, is enough to make them step back. Then there's the disillusionment with modern dating culture. The endless swiping, the ghosting, the superficial conversations. It can all feel a bit empty. It's like trying to find a diamond in a sea of pebbles. And after a while, the effort just doesn't seem worth it. Take the case of James, a 20-something software engineer. After a string of bad dates and failed relationships, he decided to take a break from dating. He focused on his career, his hobbies, his friendships. And you know what? He's never been happier. He's found a sense of peace and fulfillment that he never found in the dating world. And he's not alone. There are countless stories like James's out there. It's a complex issue with no easy answers. But one thing's clear, the dating game has changed and it's not going back to how it was. As we wrap up this discussion, remember that you can help us choose our next video topic by using the link below. So, what have we unpacked today? We've delved into the modern world of dating, or should we say, the lack thereof among a growing number of men. We've explored the intriguing phenomenon of 33% of men remaining virgins, a statistic that's surprising, to say the least. We discussed the societal implications of these trends, and they are far from insignificant. The ripple effects are being felt across communities and cultures, altering long-standing norms and expectations. We're seeing a shift in the dynamics of relationships, a redefinition of masculinity, and a re-evaluation of what it means to be a man in today's world. We also looked at why men are choosing to walk away from the dating market. It's not a decision made lightly, but rather a response to a complex interplay of social, psychological, and economic factors. Men are prioritizing self-improvement, personal freedom, and financial stability, often at the expense of traditional romantic relationships. But remember, these trends don't define every man's experience. The world is full of diverse perspectives and experiences. And it's essential to recognize that while some men are choosing to opt out of dating, others are finding fulfillment in their relationships. It's also worth noting that these trends could evolve or even reverse over time. We live in a dynamic world after all, so where do we go from here? As with any significant societal shift, understanding and dialogue are key. Conversations like this one can help shed light on these trends and prompt deeper discussions about the changing face of relationships in the modern world. Thanks for joining us on this exploration of modern dating. Remember to like this video and subscribe to Modern World Dynamics for more intriguing insights into our ever-changing world.